Day 2 at Disney. Can you guess what park we're going to by my ears? Can you? Animal Kingdom. Duh. Like, be for real. So, our first ride of the day was Dinosaur, and I didn't know what to expect about this ride. I just booked it because it was available. And y'all, this ride low-key ate. This is a good ride. I said, oh, the people didn't tell me. Then we headed to get breakfast at Yak and Yeti, and I got the breakfast bowl. And yeah, the breakfast bowl ate down 10 out of 10. Thank me later. Then we went to Kilimanjaro Safaris, and y'all, the wait time was like 120 minutes. It was crazy. So glad I had booked this on our Lightning Lane pass. And once we got on and rode the ride, I understood the hype behind it. I said, okay, now I understand why the line is all the way back at a whole nother area of the park at this point. Because look at this ride, y'all. It is gorgeous. The animals, like the giraffes, the zebras, like hello. It was so cool, y'all. I will ride this again and again and again. Then we headed to Navi, I guess, River Journey. And y'all, I had no clue what this ride was originally, but then when I realized it was Avatar themed, I said, oh, Disney ate down with this ride. This ride was so gorgeous, y'all. Like, videos don't do it justice. Then we headed over to Avatar Flight of Passage, and y'all, I almost didn't ride this ride because they give a warning about motion sickness, and the workers talked me into it. They was like, no, you have to ride this ride. And I'm so glad I did. This was the best ride at Disney World, period. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about Animal Kingdom Park, though. All the characters are there, and I loved it. It was my favorite part. But we moving on. So we went to Hollywood Studios, and y'all, I saw a bunch of cute stuff here. I was like, oh, I love the themes and the vibes here. It gave like oldies. But anyways, we headed over to Toy Story Land, and as you can see, it was so stinking cute, and I ran into Jessie and Woody. Then we headed over to Toy Story Mania, the ride, and y'all, I love this ride. It is so fun. Me and my husband, we rode together. This ride is just a trip. It's too fun. I really feel like they made this one for the adults. I don't care what nobody say. But of course, my husband won. I was so sad, but it was so fun. Then we headed over to the Alien Swirling Saucer, and this normally doesn't take a long time. However, one of the rides had broke down, so the wait was longer than usual, and the ride is pretty quick, so just keep that in mind. But it was really good. We had fun. We were keying the whole time, and it lasted about 5 seconds, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But anywho, that was our last ride of the day, and it was time to go. Bye, y'all.